It's a snowy, chilly Wednesday here in the Quad Cities. Plenty of college basketball to chat about to keep us warm, and it was a big night last night down in Champaign. The Fighting Illini getting back on track, knocking off Wisconsin for the 9th time in series history. It's a good rivalry. You would think a competitive rivalry. That's what makes the 9-game winning streak for Brad Underwood's bunch even more impressive. You flip that around when Ethan Happ from Rock Ridge was up in Wisconsin doing huge things for the Badgers. Wisconsin never lost to the Illini. Ethan Happ 7-0 against the Fighting Illini. He's someplace smiling when he hears that stat still to this day. So Illinois gets the job done, and coming into the season, I was cautiously optimistic about how good Illinois basketball could be, because sometimes their fan base, and not really even their fan base, but their media can overhype a player or two. It's happened in several cases. Sky Clark, Adam Miller, Andre Curbelo didn't really pan out. Obviously, they've had plenty of good talent that has panned out, but when I heard about this Jaspara Jakucionis, I wasn't quite sure. I'd seen videos online and on YouTube, but I didn't really know how it would translate to college basketball and to the Big Ten. Well, it's doing just fine. When people told me he was going to be a lottery pick in the NBA someday, they're exactly right. He looks the part, playing fantastic basketball. His last 4 games have been special. That continued last night, 24 points and 5 assists, and the game seems to come so naturally to him. He doesn't go out and force stuff. Everything plays through him, comes naturally through him. Very impressive start by that young man. You can see him playing NBA basketball in the very near future. Extremely impressed with the Fighting Illini. Now they head to the holiday season with victories already over Wisconsin and Arkansas in the season. So a good start to a program that continues to, evolve like college sports has to these days. And they've done a good job in the transfer portal, and now it's the transfer portal, and they've gone overseas, and they bring in some freshmen. Brad Underwood's bunch playing 8 players last night that weren't in Champaign at this time a year ago. Only one player, Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn, playing last night that was actually on the Fighting Illini roster last season. So Brad Underwood continuing to evolve with the rest of college basketball and continuing to win games, and that, of course, is the name of the game. It's a big week in the state of Iowa. It's Cy-Hawk Week. The Iowa State men and the Iowa State women will go to Carver Hawkeye Arena to take on the Hawkeyes. The first game tonight, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. It's Iowa versus Iowa State. Bill Fenley comes to town. The line on this game, I've seen it anywhere from 6.5 to 8.5. It's going to be a close basketball game. Bill Fenley and the Iowa State Cyclones have a lot of talent. They'll bring their best game to Carver Hawkeye Arena, but Iowa coming off their first loss. They turned the ball over 30 times against Tennessee. Don't see that happening tonight. See Iowa getting the victory, but expect a close game at Carver Hawkeye Arena. And of course, I always have an eye on the men's side of things in Iowa City, and it's a big game tomorrow night, 6:30, Iowa hosting number 3 Iowa State, and a great opportunity for Iowa to pick up a victory against a top 5 team. When you come later in the year, and if Iowa's 10-10 in Big Ten play, or 11-9 or 9-11, and you look back at a signature victory along the way, boy, if you can go back to December and find a victory against a top 5 Iowa State team, that's going to go a long way in getting the Iowa Hawkeyes in the NCAA tournament. So a great opportunity at an arena that's still not sold out yet. We're just over 24 hours away from tip. There's still some tickets, not a lot, but some tickets available, and that's mind-boggling to me. Hopefully Carver Hawkeye gets filled up. Still remains to be seen if it's a lot of black and gold, how much Cardinal and gold will be in attendance. But that game, Thursday night, 6:30. We'll talk a lot about that and much, much more throughout the week. And don't forget, Off the Air with Matt Randazzo. We'll do this for a couple hours, live every single day, starting January 6th. Make sure you're subscribing to our YouTube channel, Off the Air with Matt Randazzo. We are super excited to start something brand new right here in the Quad Cities.